been a while. You really had to get it out of you, didn't you?
Well, with so many people in my meet and greet lines at MagicCon Atlanta just came up to me yelling it. Like,
What?
I know. They just walk. They do one of two things. It's like a call and response now. So if they start walking up to me and they clap and they go CGB, I have to go Seema.
That's so great that they do that. I love it.
And they whip out the Yu-Gi-Oh card for me to sign, and I don't have to ask them what content they enjoy. I don't have to ask them what they watch. They watch these.
Yeah, how many Pot of Greeds did you sign this past weekend?
Too many. Too many.
Really?
This is an MTG convention. You're infesting it with your Yu-Gi-Oh ways. Oh my God.
The plan is all coming together.
Yeah, they had to probably smuggle those cards inside. All right. That said, I've got a question for you, my friend.
Okay.
One, have you ever watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I have, as a matter of fact.
So you're familiar with the format.
I am familiar with the format. Oh God, I already know I can already see where this is going.
There is a question, there is multiple choice. The money doubles after each round is the general gist. And you have lifelines. Those lifelines are phone a friend, 50-50, and oh God, there's like one more, isn't there?
It is poll the audience, sir.
Poll the audience.
Which we don't have one at present. In a cosmic sense, we do, but in this exact moment, it is just the two of... Are you the audience of one?
No, we'll get to it. I have an idea for this. All right, this is going to be amazing. Yeah, you're going to love it. So today we are playing...
with this one. Yeah, okay.
Today we are playing Through the Omenpaths / Spider-Man Who Wants to Be a Magic Card Namer.
Okay.
It's got a great ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So, yeah. I think the title needs work, but...
It'll probably be different in the video. Libby's better at this than me. All right. So, do you know about Through the Omenpaths? Do you know what it is? Okay, awesome. I get to explain this first. So, Spider-Man is a Magic the Gathering set. You know that part,
That's
right?
already a sentence that already is probably going to make people cringe, but okay, I'm in. Yeah.
Through the Omenpaths is the digital release of Spider-Man's Magic the Gathering set for Magic Arena and Magic Online. Okay. Why is it called Through the Omenpaths? Because Magic the Gathering did not secure the rights from Hasbro for digital versions of the cards, which means they had to create legally distinct, functionally identical cards for Magic Arena and Magic Online that mirror the paper Spider-Man set.
Multi-billion-dollar company, by the way.
Yes. So this has caused a stir in the community, as
I can't imagine why.
Can't imagine
why.
Cards have two names. Cards are functionally the same, but have these funny crossovers. I figured, what the hell? We're going to make a game out of it. We're going to make real lemonade out of these particular lemons, and we're going to have some fun with this. Today, I am going to show you the card from Through the Omenpaths. You are going to try to guess which Spider-Man card this is. And you will have 4 choices, A, B, C, and D.
Wow, you really went high effort today. Yeah.
You will have 3 lifelines as well. And I'm sure the people would also love to know what you think of the card itself. And we're going to see how it goes. So on the lifelines front, you have phone a friend. You can choose to phone Raren. You can choose to phone Boxy here on Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna phone Raren for the Magic video. I don't think I'd phone Raren for the Hearthstone video, to be honest with you.
See if they pick up the phone. I don't know. Maybe they won't. If they don't, you don't get help. 50-50 is the computer that is totally not me, is going to eliminate 2 of the choices for you. So it's just totally a right choice and a wrong choice. Okay. And then the last one, which is poll the audience, we are going to have the chat post their answers in the comments.
Oh my God.
And if enough of them post the right answer, even if you get that question wrong, we will say you got it right.
Okay.
So it's kind of...
so wait.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a clarifying question here. What if I just get the first, What if I just get them wrong right off the bat?
Oh, see, that's where it's different from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Simo. Unlike in that show where we get them off the stage and they're cooked, done, no monies, here you have to play the whole game.
Oh, good.
You have
so
no
you're
choice.
telling me I'm in prison is what you're saying. Great.
Exactly. And so, do you have any more questions before we dive in and basically figure this out as we go? Because no one in content world has ever done this level of MTG slop before.
Never. So, let's start Magic Squid Game. I'm in.
All right. First card. Here it comes.
You have to stay here for the whole time. Goben? Is that what we're going with? Goben?
Maybe.
Okay, we don't even know. Great. Oh, yeah, because he's made up. Gene Splice Savant. This is 1 and a blue for a 1/1 human scientist villain, legendary. Can't be blocked. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, he connives. Okay.
That is correct.
And do I get to know what conniving is?
I can tell you.
I appreciate it.
A connive, one instance of connive is you draw a card and you discard a card. If the card you discarded is not a land, you put a +1/+1 counter on the conniver. If it is a land, you do not put a +1/+1 counter on the conniver.
Okay, I'm going to forget that in 5 seconds. Anyway, 1 and a blue and a black and a red is transform him, activate only as a sorcery. Okay, what is he transforming into?
I will reveal this.
Fleam, Goben's creation, which is a 1 and a blue and a black and a red. Makes sense. It is a 3/3 flying menace, just like my dog. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast. That's pretty cool. And then each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. Okay, what's Mayhem now?
You need so much information.
You
Mayhem,
picked the card!
Mayhem is a new mechanic in the set that says if a card was discarded this turn, you may cast it from the graveyard.
If a card was discarded, so it's kind of like, it's like Madness, but different.
Yes.
Okay. And it's funny they both start with M's. That doesn't make things even more confusing. Okay, cool. All right. So now I get to see 4 name options for who this should be, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It could be one. It's one of these. It is one of these.
Okay.
And
it is one of these.
These are all cards in the set. Just to be very clear about that.
Okay. So there's no bait in here. Well, I mean,
correct.
There's bait, but not like, you know what I mean? Like,
I didn't make up a card name. These
correct.
are all cards or characters in the set. Yes.
See, this would have been interesting to do with Crim if this were, you didn't know what was in the set already. Because I feel like with flavor-wise, he might be really good at this. But anyway.
Oh, he'd probably be really good at this because the question now becomes, how much do you know about Marvel?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to go
like
well.
I counted on that. I mean, all right. You ready?
What I know about Marvel is what Crim tells me. I'm going to be completely honest. All right, I'm in.
Here we go. And I'm going to read it Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style. Maybe Libby can find some non-demonetizing music to put over it. Do, 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 do. Is it A, Norman Osborn, B, Miles Morales, C, Peter Parker, or D, Eddie Brock?
I have no fucking clue who any of these people are. Oh, this is gonna go well. For the content, baby. For the content. What if I just burned all 3 lifelines on the first one? That'd be fun.
Do what you gotta do, buddy.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do.
So when he does damage, he connives and then transforms, and then he's a thing, and then there's the mayhem thing. Okay, I think I know Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure Peter Parker's like a good guy. Isn't he Spider-Man? I don't fucking know. But anyway, I think he's a good guy, and this seems like an evil guy sort of card. So I think I'm gonna rule that one out. So I'm between the other 3 at this point, and I genuinely, the other 3 names, I do not know who these people are in the slightest. So this is like a complete shot in the dark here. The question is, do I want to spend the lifeline now because I'm like that desperate? Or do I just get my feet wet, take the L if I get it and save it for one that I actually think I have a chance at getting, because this one is just purely random. And the problem is if I do 50-50, you're probably going to get rid of C, so I can't do that. You enjoying yourself? You having fun over there?
I'm already loving this. This is amazing.
I'm already hating this. This is awful. Am I really going to burn a lifeline on card number 1?
How about Who Wants to Work for Watsy Legal? Is that a good title for the video? I gotta come up.
I like that. I heard you typing that down. As soon as you said that, I heard you clacking away at the keyboard. Okay, I have a question with phone a friend. Do I only get one? Is it like, because I'm in prison, do I only get one phone call?
You just get one phone call. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Each lifeline you can only use once. I need to make sure they pick up. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Is that how it worked in the show? If the person didn't pick up, like, they just didn't get to use it? I don't remember.
So it was broadcast in the evening. It was pre-recorded. I'm pretty sure that the person was warned well in advance of when the filming was happening and things like that. But yeah, it wasn't live. The show wasn't live.
I do want to make sure I get like one of these right. Maybe I will go for it. Okay, all right. We're gonna start off. I'm gonna at least have a 100% correct ratio to start things off. I think that's the plan.
Swing.
So I am going to use one of my lifelines immediately right off the bat.
Okay.
I would like to phone Amy the Amazonian.
Oh, okay. Is she live right now?
Maybe. I may have looked before I made that decision, potentially.
That is pretty smart. Okay, we can add her to this call, right?
I believe so, if you know how to use Discord.
I don't.
How many seconds do I get?
You're supposed to have 60 seconds by nature of the
Okay, you're going to give me 60
show.
Seconds. All right. Do you have a timer up? Libby, put a timer up.
All right. Yep. Sure. Damn it. This I did not prepare for properly. Stopwatch. There must be an easy stopwatch. All right, I'm ready. It's ringing. I can only wonder what she's thinking right now.
Hello?
Yes, she answered. Yes.
Lucky you. Okay, clock's running.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm on. We're doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I need help. Hurry. Okay. Which card from Marvel Universes Beyond is Gobin Gene Splice Savant? Is it Norman Osborn, Miles Morales, Peter Parker, or Eddie Brock?
It's Norman Osborn.
Thank you. All right, bye. Norman Osborn, final answer.
Man doesn't even know his fleams.
Nope, he doesn't know his fleams. Thank you, Amy.
Final answer.
All right, back over here. Let's see. You there?
I'm here.
And that was awesome. That was too fast, by the way. You guys did that in 25 seconds.
So as soon as you started the call, I spammed her Discord, or I spammed her Twitch chat saying, "Pick up, please. I'm desperate." So there's a whole wall of text. I will screenshot and send you this. This is what I was sending her.
Please. Oh my God. This is already the best thing I've ever done.
She's cracking up on stream too.
I absolutely have to save this. Okay. Libby, I don't know how you're going to edit all this together to be coherent, but I appreciate you.
Libby's going to hit up Amy and be like, "Can you send me your VOD, please?"
Oh my God. Honestly, a good call. Okay. So, Amy says Norman Osborn. Seemed confident about it. Seemed pretty confident. Are you going to go with A, Norman Osborn as your final answer?
Yes, I'm going with what she said because I don't fucking know.
And it is correct. Woo! A, Norman Osborn is the Gobin Gene Splice Savant, aka Fleem Gobin's creation. So you are correct, and you get 100 totally real dollars.
Woo! I get 100 CG bucks.
100 CGB bucks. That's perfect.
No,
you get
CG
100
bucks. It's not CG bucks. It's CG bucks. CGB.
Who names stuff on my show? Okay, you got it. CovertGoBucks.
CovertGoBucks.
No, we can't do that for sports reasons. I can't do that. Like the sports fans understand. Oh my God. Okay, well, this has already been amazing. You've already used one lifeline. This is already the best video of all time. Let's get to card number 2.
Okay. If I, as long as I have my 100% win rate for at least one card, I'll be happy. All right, Egrix the Bile Bulwark. This is like some anime horror shit. 3 and 2 black for a 4/4 symbiote spider hero. Legend with Death Touch and Lifelink. I feel like everything's a legend now because of Commander. Anyway, whenever Egrix attacks, until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play cards from the top of your library, period. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. Interesting. So it has to attack, and then until end of, I thought it was like just like on the attack trigger. That's like, you can just do that only when it attacks, but it's until the end of the turn. Okay, so like main 2, you can do that stuff. Okay, all right, I got it. Who are we looking at here?
For just for fun, what do you think of the card for a second? Not that I have to like actually pull up some card titles because I forgot to put the full titles or anything.
I mean, you know me. This basically turns, especially, well, okay. Are we talking about in like overall context or a specific format? Because I think that is going to depend on how I answer this.
Standard. We can do standard.
Not like I know anything about standard.
I bet you do.
It's a way to just have a bunch of free stuff, which is nice because we like free. Because I was thinking like in Commander, this would be really cool because then it's like you attack and then because you have 40 life, you can just like pay everything off the top and just like keep going. Where Standard, you have way less life to do that, but it's still a way to get free stuff out. He has to attack, which is kind of annoying, but if he does, it's kind of weird. It feels like this sort of like win more card where it's like if it resolves, I feel like you're gonna probably be in a very strong position. You have lands. That makes this card way worse, actually. Because if you just hit a land, well, it says you may play. So if you haven't played a land for a turn, you can play a land, correct? But you can only do that once.
Correct.
Or does that not work? Okay, so you get to play one land, but if half your deck is land, then like half the time you're gonna like. Again, this is where like Commander I feel like is slightly better for this because you can sort of deck build better for it. Just because like the land and like the way to get mana out's a lot more generous.
Legit.
Yeah, I think this is like fine. I don't think it's, I think with the land thing, this makes this a lot worse, but like maybe there's ways to stack you. I think blue might have ways to like stack the top of your deck, maybe. So it's like if you can sort of like mold the top of your deck to know you're gonna hit with this and then like go off, like that's kind of cute. I think it's fine. I think it has problems though. I think it has problems.
Sounds like you're giving it a very mid-rate kind of...
I think it could be really like fun and exciting if it goes off, but I feel like more often than not, you're going to hit a land and you played land on your first main phase. You're going to be like, well, that was lame.
Legit. All right.
Yeah.
You ready for your choices?
All right. I'm ready.
Is it A, Dr. Octopus, Master Planner, B, Craven, Proud Predator, C, Morbius, the Living Vampire, or D, Gwenom, Remorseless?
You said all these are real?
Yes, okay. These are all cards in the set.
The Marvel universe is just such a mystery to me. Okay. So what's interesting to me here is that Egrix says Symbiote Spider Hero, which would lead me to believe that this is like supposed to be a good guy. As dumb as that sound, but like, because otherwise it'd be like villain, right? Because the other guy was a villain. So, hero.
You're picking up on something important for this video, which is the type lines. Yes.
Yeah. So, I think. Oh God. Okay. Now, so the problem is I don't know who's good and who's bad. I think I vaguely remember Dr. Octopus as being a bad guy just from like seeing trailers for movies and stuff. That sounds sort of familiar just in my like ancillary subconscious. Craven, no idea. Morbius, I know from the memes. And Gwenom, no idea. So the problem is if I pick 50-50, now that I open my big fat mouth, you would just get rid of Dr. Octopus guaranteed as one of them. So that doesn't help me that much. So it's really like, you know, I'm still having a 50-50 shot at the end of the day because I'm like, I know that no matter what. So probably should be mindful of that for the future. Is there anything else? Okay, so the problem now that I'm facing is that none of these sound like good guy names.
Interesting.
To me anyway.
I also want to say the card, everything except the title on the card will match exactly with the card that is printed.
Right,
so the type lines will match.
Right. So basically just white out Egrix and put in one of these names and everything else is the same.
Yep. So just for example, do you think that this is a vampire?
I mean, I imagine it would have vampire in the name, but it's possible. It's possible. I also think Morbius is a villain. Same thing with like Dr. Octopus. That just like sounds right that he's a villain from just pop culture, people talking about it. I just remember the memes, to be honest. So I'm kind of between Craven and Gwenom. And
do you have any understanding of like what Venom is in the Marvel universe? Do you know anything about Venom?
He's just like Black Spider-Man, right? That's all I know.
That is a way of looking at it. Yeah,
he's Black Spider-Man. He's evil Spider-Man. Proud Predator or Remorseless? I guess Remorseless sounds more evil than Proud Predator. But Predator also, I feel like, has a like connotative, like negative implication. I mean, you could. I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say B.
You're gonna go with Craven Proud Predator. Is that your final answer?
Yes, I'm ready to be wrong, but that's fine. I don't want to waste a lifeline yet. That wouldn't be good for content.
All right, I will show you Craven Proud Predator.
No! Oh man. Was it
Craven
D?
Proud Predator is actually a villain. The correct answer was, in fact, D.
Okay, I had it down to the 2. I had it down to the 2, so that's fair.
And you know, the even the like somewhat Marvel fans like are gonna be like, this one thing that you're gonna watch is for symbiote. So symbiote is the kind of trait that is in anything that Venom gets into. It just kind of latches onto you and transforms you. So that was the biggest hint I could put there, but if you're not familiar with the term, what can you do?
Yeah, that requires me to know it, so it's okay. That's okay.
At
least I narrowed it down to 50-50 without using a lifeline, so I don't feel too bad about that.
You are back down to 0. CGB. How is it? CG
CovertGoBucks. Bucks. CovertGoBucks.
It's not CovertGoBucks.
I'm calling it CovertGoBucks just because it triggers you.
It's absolutely not that whatsoever. Okay. Bravo. All right. Number three. Where'd I put this card? Here's this card.
Quint's Insight. 1 and a red for an enchantment. At the beginning of your first main phase, discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay. In terms of, because you wanted me to like give a quick evaluation of the card.
I would love that.
I kind of wish Yu-Gi-Oh had a card like this. Not like, I don't care about the last part. It's more like the first part. I think it'd be kind of interesting if Yu-Gi-Oh had this card. It'd be too slow for current Yu-Gi-Oh, but like old Yu-Gi-Oh. If there's an old card that was just like a continuous spell that every turn you got to discard a card and draw a card. There's a couple cards that are sort of like that, but they're for like specific decks. Something generic like that. That'd be really sick and probably too broken for our game. But yeah, just for Magic, seems fine. I mean, I think it's like to me it seems like the damage is more like excess. You're kind of just doing this to kind of just sculpt your hand a bit more. And it would trigger mayhem stuff too. So it's like a cool like mayhem enabler, I guess. So like, yeah, like I think this card's like good. I don't think this card's like horrible or anything. I think it's fine.
Yep, a free mayhem trigger every turn and another
Seems
card
pretty
deeper
nuts.
in your deck.
Yeah.
Pretty dang nice, absolutely.
Yeah. And you're filtering another card too, which is good.
Oh yes, all card filtering, rummaging. This is what Magic calls rummaging, when you discard a card to draw a card, as opposed to looting, which is draw a card then discard a card. But both are very solid. They're really good in Commander, but they have their moments in Standard. This with Fleam is really nice.
I can see that.
Really nice. Yeah. But the real question is, which Spider-Man card does Quint's insight actually mirror? Is it A, Shadow of the Goblin, B, Romantic Rendezvous, C, Rent is Due, or D, Hot Dog Cart?
God, you really outdid yourself on this one, huh?
These are real cards. These are real Magic the Gathering cards.
I can see why the universe is beyond people are upset. I get it now. I'm upset for them at this rate. Okay.
You just don't like the game. You just don't like that you can reasonably rationalize big brain your way through all of this.
Apparently not. Fun story. When I saw Krim this past weekend, he's like, when do you get into Magic? And I'm like, oh, that's a bad slope to go down, because then I don't need another expensive hobby. We're having this conversation in front of a card store display that has a bunch of dual lands on display. And I'm like, I would just need to buy these dual lands. I might as well just buy them right now. And he's like, oh, you don't need dual lands. And I'm like, no, you don't understand, Krim. I need the dual lands. He's like, oh, you're one of those. I'm like, yep. So that's why I haven't dipped my toe in. Plus, the first card I have to buy is Ristic Study out of principle. Anyway, side note. I think at this point, again, going off of completely nothing here, Rent is Due is like my gut instinct for this one. This just because it's like you're paying the rent by like discarding a card, right? Or like the hot dog card, it's like you're paying for the hot dog and then like it's dealing damage to people. I don't know. Like that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. Shadow of the Goblin and Romantic Rendezvous just like don't really feel like they fit this card to me, which I could be wrong, but it's just like a vibe. So
I will say there is a clue in what you've already done.
There is a clue in what I've already done?
In the previous questions.
In the previous questions. What did I do in the previous questions besides troll Amy during her stream? I looked at words. I thought something was evil. Whatever. Rent is Due. Final answer.
Rent is Due. Final answer.
Yep. That was my first gut instinct. If I'm wrong, so be it.
The correct answer is... Oh, wait. I'm doing it this way. I actually like this. Show the people Rent is Due.
What is this, Family Feud now? Did you change game shows midway through? All right, it's not Rent is Due. Okay.
Yeah, Rent is Due is a white enchantment that at the beginning of your end step lets you tap 2 untapped creatures or treasures you control to draw a card or sacrifice this enchantment. No, what you were looking at was Shadow of the Goblin. And
okay, so what was the hint? What was the hint?
So it is a tough one, but the hint is that Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, was Fleam, which also synergizes with Mayhem.
Oh, I get it. Okay, sure. Okay. Cute. You gave me the hints, and I didn't see them. You gave me the hints. I just didn't see them.
And you had nothing to lose at this point.
Exactly.
You remain at 0 covert go.
Let's go.
No, CG Bucks.
You almost said it. You almost said it.
I'm not saying it.
This is such a disaster of an episode. Oh my God. How do people watch this?
Leave a comment if you still watch this and tell us how you do it. Here is your next card.
Cavero Mind Bitten. That's me right now. 2 and a blue and a black for a 4/4 spider human hero. Okay. You may have it enter a copy of any, or as a copy, excuse me, of any creature card in your graveyard, except his name is Cavero, and he's a 4/4 spider human hero in addition to his other types. When you do, exile that card. So you play him, he copies something, that card gets exiled. Okay. Seems cute. Like, it doesn't scream broken or anything to me, but it's like, cool. Here, interesting question on this card, actually. So it says enter as a copy of any creature. If that creature has a enter the battlefield trigger, does that still trigger?
Yes,
or is that,
it does.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. In Yu-Gi-Oh, that would like not work that way. So that's why I had to ask.
A very specifically cool thing that this does differently than other clones, because there have been plenty of clones that like clone something in the graveyard, give it its ability, right? But there's actually a little bit more to this card, which is the abilities that say when this enters, if you cast it. So that's been a safety rail that's been designed in the last few years. Sure. And since you did cast Cavero, and if you cast it trigger, like this one would occur.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so interesting because like we don't really have many copy effects. Like I can think of a couple, but they only just copy the stats of a creature. Like, you know, in this case, like the 4/4. They don't copy like everything on it to make like a clone of it, which is like it's just interesting that with all as crazy as our game is, we don't really have something like that.
So I've showed you Bringer of the Last Gift. Would this be a good Yu-Gi-Oh card?
6 and 2 black for a 6/6 flyer. When this enters the battlefield, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all other creatures they control. Then each player returns all creature cards from their graveyard that weren't put this way to the battlefield. Sacrifices all creatures, that each player returns all creatures from their graveyard that weren't put there this way. Okay, so basically it's like if you have 5 things on the board and 5 things in grave, the things on the board die and the 5 things in the grave come back, right?
Yeah.
Assuming it's free, because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Do we have anything like this? I don't think we have any, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Tends to avoid like mass resurrection things, and anytime they print mass resurrection, it always gets banned typically. Because again, like in our game, it's usually free, and that's even for like you pay like half your life points, and that's still just way too good. Enters if you cast each player so you can do it to yourself, which is important. Yeah, this would be probably ban worthy in Yu-Gi-Oh! I would say.
Yeah, right now this is one of the new things that people are doing in a bunch of different shells. They haven't found the right one in Standard. Is Bringer Mind Bitten combo it's actually on ladder. You actually see it. So it might be a player. It's a contender right now. Often bringing back dozens of creatures at once and ending the game on the spot.
Yeah,
so, exciting.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Would probably have this banned, I would say.
So the question is, what do you think is the other name, the non-legally distinct name of Cavero Mind Bitten? Is it A, Superior Spider-Man, B, Symbiote Spider-Man, C, Spectacular Spider-Man, or D, Cosmic Spider-Man? And yes, these are all names from the set.
Thank you for making my job easy. Okay, well, I was going to go based off the fact that he's a hero, but then you gave me 4 Spider-Mans, so great. Awesome. Thanks. So, my gut says not to go with Symbiote Spider-Man, because that would be, like, a villain, based off, like, what you told me with, like, Venom or whatever. So, like, I kind of want to nix that one. But then I'm left with 3 other Spider-Men that are, like, they basically could all be the same card for all I know. Enter a cop as a copy of a thing. Oh, I thought you were gonna do the Jeopardy music since we're just making up different game shows.
No, I don't want to get demonetized. All right.
So I don't really want to waste another lifeline on this. I'm already at 0, so I got nothing to lose. Cosmic Spider-Man D, final answer.
Wow, just snaps that off. All right. Computer, show. It's like I'm totally talking to myself here as I just try to navigate Scryfall. Show me
Computer Go Blue.
Covert Go Computer, whatever it is. Show me Cosmic Spider-Man.
Damn.
Damn. Yep, it is a 5-color Commander Spider-Man that gives all the spiders various abilities. And
Spider Tribal.
So the correct answer was Superior Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man, because in the comic lore, Doc Ock, Otto Octavius, becomes Spider-Man, and tries to be a superior version of Spider-Man.
Damn, don't know how I'd miss that one.
The comic book fans are dying.
Oh,
they
probably
absolutely dying.
Krim's probably not going to be my friend anymore after this. I had nothing to lose because I was at 0. Woo!
Krim watching this would be an experience, to be honest. He should do a react video for his new channel.
He has his new channel. This would be perfect content for him to react to.
That Krim guy won to check out Krim's new channel and support. We love Krim here.
We do love Krim.
All right. Our next one, here we go.
See, the smart thing would have been to save all my lifelines for the end, but the problem is I don't know how many cards you're showing me.
The answer is 9. The answer is 9.
Oh, thanks for letting me know. All right, Uharis the Storm Spinner. Shocking, this is another spider. Wouldn't have guessed.
It's so useful.
Yeah, blue and a red for a 2/3 spider human hero. You can't cast this during your first, second, or third turns of the game. That would be a very interesting design space for Yu-Gi-Oh! Double Strike Vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, if you've played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, it deals damage equal to his power to any target. Beginning of your end step. So you can't play this till turn 4. It's a Double Strike Vigilance, and then it pings something for 2 every turn. That's kind of annoying, but the fact you can't play till like turn 4, I don't know if that is good enough. Like I said, though, that'd be a really interesting design space for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because obviously our game is crazy and it only lasts like a couple turns. So it'd be crazy if they printed extremely broken cards, but you can't use them till like turn 3, right? So it's like you have to find a way to stall the game out to like have this like broken game-winning effect. I think that'd be kind of fun.
It is only 2 of your mana on turn 4, so if you use the other mana to cast from exile or cast from graveyard with Mayhem or cast your commander in Commander, anything like that, it does proc right away.
Well, I mean, it just, if you play a land too, so like you don't have to do that. Yeah. No, it's again, it's, I don't know, like, doesn't like scream crazy to me. Like, it seems fine.
To be clear, it also requires you to play that land from somewhere other than your hand. I know the wording isn't the wording isn't great on that one.
Yeah, okay. That makes it kind of worse then. That's all the more reason too. It's like, yeah, like obviously you're going to try to build around this to an extent with like mayhem triggers, different things like that. But or like the enchantment from earlier, the little or not the enchantment, the what is it? Like the Egrix if you're playing like black, blue and red or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's I feel like if you could play it on like turn 2, it would be even crazier. But yeah.
Agreed. Well, now here's the important part. Can you identify what the legally distinct spider card is? Because you're going to get a real tour of what people love and sometimes don't love about the Spider-Man set, which is the amount of spider cards in the set. Is kind of insane. So here we go. Is it A, Spider-Man India? B, Spider-Man UK.
Spider-Man UK. These are actual names.
These are actual cards. Yes. Is it C, Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary? Or is it D, Spider-Man 2099?
Okay, I got one for you. You ready?
Yeah,
I got one.
Talk to me. All
right. I'm gonna lock in B, Spider-Man UK, because the Union Jack has blue and red.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Are you absolutely sure?
I'm in.
Do you think that there's a specific flavor to the part where you can't cast this during the first, second, or third turns of the game that apply to the UK in some way? I would love to hear this rationale.
No, I just purely went off the blue-red thing just because I thought it was funny.
Okay. I'm trying to give you a chance here, buddy. I'm trying to give you a chance to analyze this in a way.
This is already a train wreck. I'm going for the home run of making it the worst video on your channel. So
the UK has double strike. The UK has vigilance. How do you reconcile this? If you're from the UK, leave a comment. Let me know. All right. If you are absolutely sure, you're going with B, yep. Spider-Man UK as your final answer.
Yep.
Okay. Show me Spider-Man UK. Oh my God. I've cooked him. He ain't doing it, and he ain't trying anymore. He's just going for memes.
I'm just going for memes. I could have gone for Brooklyn Visionary to get the Brooklyn Rage people from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, but I decided to go with UK.
Oh my God. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. They do something with Brooklyn? That's a thing?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Wait, am I missing something?
Comments.
Is there drama?
Let him know. Comments. Let him know.
What happened? Okay. I literally don't know anything about this.
Welcome to my boat, buddy.
I'm so sorry. Jeez.
No, you're not. You're having a great time.
Show me Spider-Man UK.
The fact that you see, look, there's blue and red on it. I'm right. The fact that you had to search it immediately told me that I was wrong. So I already knew.
Spider-Man UK is a white card, a mono white hero.
See, he's white and red and blue in the art. It makes sense. Sense. Look at the flag. I'm just saying.
Sure.
That's where I messed up. I didn't think about that.
At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more creatures entered the battlefield under your control this turn, you draw a card and gain 2 life. Explain to me in the comments, or Simo, if you'd like to take a shot at this, how that is indicative of being UK.
Well, see, if you think about back to when the UK actually owned half the world, it makes sense because they're putting more stuff under their control.
Here we go.
And then they're gaining so much benefit from it in terms of resources, right? So it actually makes perfect sense.
So the correct answer was Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man 2099. And the from the future text there, meaning that you can't cast Spider-Man 2099 during your first, second, or third turns, was the little flavor hint that I was hoping would be somewhat helpful in this case. But the memes were irresistible. Congratulations, Simo. You remain on 0 CG bucks. Oh no. What have I done? What is this going to be?
This episode is so off the rails.
Let's see.
How many we got left? Three more? 4 more?
Four more, I believe.
Okay, 4 more. All right, let's do it. I'm saving those lifelines. I'm gonna end in the I'm gonna end in the black.
Okay.
The terminus of return. Yeah, see, I figured out how to game the system. 1 in a black for a legendary artifact, Terminus Stone. Thank you. I didn't figure that one out. With Indestructible, tap it to add a black, and then 6 in a black and tap it. Exile a creature you control. Harness the terminus of return. What the fuck does that mean?
It does kind of explain it right after.
Okay, all right. Origin. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. How does that explain it?
It has this ability now. Once you have harnessed the terminus of return, it gains the origin ability.
Well, how would I know that? Okay, I mean,
obviously,
that's not very obviously.
It's
sure,
so clear.
Yeah,
the wording is perfect. Reading the card explains the card, bro.
Well, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I can't read, so that's the biggest issue here. Okay, so it's basically a mana rock. This is already. I feel like this would be good in Commander. So it's a mana rock that taps for black. That specifically needs black in it, and then in addition to that, it can't be destroyed, which is maybe relevant. And then you exile a creature, which then at the beginning of your upkeep. So wait, you only have to. Okay, let me ask this. If you pay 6 and a black and tap this, it's harnessed. Does it stay harnessed forever? And now every upkeep you get to do this?
As long as it's on the field, yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Especially when your game lasts more than 3 turns, like yours does. Especially for added value just on something you'd already play anyway. This is like, out of everything you've shown me, this seems like the best card you've shown me so far.
Okay.
This seems very good, especially like in Commander. Although it's your upkeep, so like it takes a full turn cycle to go around. But it's still a mana rock. Like I feel like you like if I were playing Commander and I'm playing my colors that I like to play, which are blue and black and maybe green, then like I'd probably play this because you're gonna play it anyway. So it's just a bonus effect that you just get to have for free. Sure, yeah, this card seems really good.
I agree with that, and many people agree with you. But the real question is, can you identify the legally different title for the Terminus of Return? Is it, and I'll put them at the bottom, but I want to hear you respond to each one without reading ahead. Is it A, Living Brain Mechanical Marvel? B, Peter Parker's Camera? C, the Soul Stone? Or D, Bagel and Schmear? Do.
There is not a fucking card in this game called Bagel and Schmear.
Oh, but there is. Oh, but there is.
Oh boy. Okay. You'll join my reaction to that one when you see it live.
And remember, you do have 2 lifelines.
Yeah, but we're not at the end. I'm not using them. I'm gonna pick like something, and it's gonna be Bagel and Schmear, and I'm gonna actually probably punch my monitor if that's the case. Context clues.
Oh, he's trying now. He's locking in.
Well, we're getting towards the end, so if I'm trying to have not negative money at this point, I need to lock in a bit. Okay. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this is not the Bagel and Schmear. I really, for the sanctity of your game, if that is the case, I'm actually just probably done making videos with you. I'm gonna be honest.
Really? You'd be done? You would quit Magic. You would be done.
Yeah.
It would be over.
I would quit the Magic I've never started.
Oh my God.
This also doesn't feel like Peter Parker's Camera to me. Just doesn't give me the vibe. I'm in between the Living Brain and the Soul Stone.
Do you see any clues on the card?
I want to go with Soul Stone because the fact that it has this ability where it's like reviving something, like, you know, it's like reviving the soul of a card, like that's kind of like where I'm thinking, but like who knows, right? Because like it's not like there's any logic to any of this. But like Mechanical Marvel, I could also see it's like some contraption that like brings stuff back to life, or, you know, because like canonically maybe there's something to do with that. And like Living Brain, right? It's like, oh, it's dead, so now the brain is living. So I'm kind of like, God.
There is an interesting type line on this card.
Oh. Yeah, huh. It says stone. But is that bait?
Is that bait?
Oh, God.
Remember, the type lines must match. I can't change the type lines.
See, but that, like... Look, buddy, you and I have known each other for like a year now at this point. You would like, You'd be like, oh, it says stone, dumbass. Like, it's got to be the soul stone.
Type line stone.
Lock it in. I'm locking it in. I'm like, if I'm wrong, then I'll just accept my fate at this. You can give me negative money if I'm wrong. You know what? Because I deserve it to just walk. This is, if I have ever seen the biggest piece of cheese you have laid out for me in the mousetrap, this has to be it. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way you make it that easy. So, like, I'm gonna just take my cheese and, like Voxy, I'm gonna gobble it up and I'm just gonna fall right into the trap. So you know what? C, Soulstone. Lock it in.
Cheese would go interestingly with bagel and schmear. Just saying.
I swear to God.
Just saying. Okay. Show us the Soulstone. You got it.
Oh,
you
thank
did it.
God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. CG Bucks 100. You're all back on the board.
We're back on the board
that
after
late run.
a half hour. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
We're trying to make
art,
that late run in the final 3. So you're going into 3 left, and you have 2 lifelines. So the max you can do here, 200, 400, 800 CG Bucks. Are you ready for it?
Is this card actually good?
People love this card. This is one of the most expensive cards in the set. Commander players really want this card. Yeah, this is a very pushed, one of the most pushed mana rocks. I'm on record as saying it's overrated, but I say mostly for the money. But you're one of the types who would, like, you're not going to buy an Arcane Signet when your deck wants the Soul Stone. Like, the people who have to have the right card
or play both
have to have it. Yeah, or play both. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. But I'm on record as saying it's just a mana rock 90% of the time in current Commander. The last ability rarely gets used. The Indestructible is only relevant sometimes. Yeah, I'm like, but people are like, oh, I gotta have one. And it is the chase card in the set. So
it's more like one of those instances where it's like, when it comes up, you're going to be happy it comes up, but it's not going to come up very often.
Precisely. Yeah. All right. Time for your run, buddy. Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Lock in. Kraza, the Swarm as 1. As far as spider cards go, this one looks pretty cool. 1 and a red for a 2/1. Again, spider human hero with Riot. What is Riot? I don't think I've seen that keyword before.
Riot means that when a creature is entering the battlefield, you make a choice. You can put a +1/+1 counter on it, or you can make it have haste. It can attack this turn until end of turn. So this does not apply to tokens, only creatures when you cast them, I think. No, when they enter, but as they enter.
So he's either a 3/2 or he has haste, essentially.
Yep. That's right.
And then he also makes other spiders I control have Riot. It's only when he enters, right? You said?
As they enter, yes.
As they enter, yeah, okay. Spells and abilities can't be countered. Ooh, you hate this card. And damage can't be prevented. In terms of, like, just having a very aggressive red card, like, seems pretty good. I don't think, like, every deck would play this, but if you're playing, like, Giga Aggro, you would probably play this. So I think in the right deck, this card's pretty decent.
All right. But pretty decent. One of the fun things about it, I will say, that people love, that line damage can't be prevented is getting used more and more, specifically because of cards like the One Ring that give you protection from everything. This actually gets around that, which is surprising and weird and not necessarily intuitive, but is true. Okay. So in Commander, people are hyped about that. Also gets through fogs, if you're familiar with the fog effect, which is an instant that says damage is prevented this turn. There's a lot of different fog effects in Magic that Kraza here gets through. But the question then becomes, what is the real, other name of Kraza?
They're both real.
What is the licensed name of Kraza, the Swarm is 1? Is it A, Gwen Stacy, B, Carnage, Crimson Chaos, C, Spider-Punk, or D, J. Jonah Jameson?
Boy, we got some real bangers here. Once again, I do not know anything that I'm looking at here. Okay. intuition, I don't feel like this is Carnage Crimson Chaos, even though it has Crimson in the name and it's a red card. I feel like Carnage Crimson Chaos would be like a cooler card than this, just for the name. Like that alone, I feel like if that's the card that this is assigned to, that was like a huge miss. But that's just my initial thought there. Kind of just want to go with Spider-Punk, to be honest. Like this looks like a very, you know how like, okay. You know how in Magic, how the smaller creatures that are like well, this is a legendary though, so that's the problem. I was going to say like the small non-legendary creatures, or like the vanilla ones, let's say, are the ones that have like only one effect. You know how they're just like generic names? Like they're not like a named card. You know what I mean? It's just like dinosaur. It's like, or like a better example would be like flying pterodactyl, right? Yep. It's not like anything specific, where like when you get into like the crazy legendary type things that have like really cool effects, those are like named cards. So that's all the more like, so initially I was going to say Spider-Punk, but I actually think because this is a legendary, I don't think it's Spider-Punk as a result.
You don't think Spider-Punk is a legendary creature?
I mean, it just, everything in this set has like spider attached to it, unless everything in the set's a fucking legendary, which honestly, looking back, I actually think is the case. So that kind of, goes against my logic there. Actually, no, that's not true. Quint's Insight is the only, I think, non-legendary you've shown me up until this point. So one out of 8.
I do believe the set has somewhere around 80 legendary creatures.
Oh, good. Excellent. Great. I feel like Spider-Punk's the too obvious one. So maybe it's J. Jonah. I don't know. If this wasn't a legendary, I would think it's Spider-Punk, because that just seems generic enough that something like a card like this would have. But maybe the fact that it has like 4 effects is like worthy of the legendary title. I really don't think
you have 2 lifelines.
I'm saving them. I will not waver.
Do you see any clues in the type lines versus the names or anything else?
I mean, aside from Spider-Punk, that's about it. Because, like, are all these people spiders? That's the thing. Like, is Gwen Stacy a spider? Is J. Jonah Jameson a spider? Like, I don't know. Like, could be. Maybe they're all spiders. So, like, even though their names wouldn't suggest they're spiders, maybe they are spiders. Screw it. Spider-Punk, final answer. I know
Spider-Punk,
I'm going
final
for it, but it's wrong.
answer?
I know it's wrong. Go for it.
Okay. Show us Spider-Punk.
I hear you laughing so hard.
Boom, you got it.
Whoa! Oh my God. I can't believe that. I was fully expecting this to be wrong.
Bravo, you're doing it. No, Spider-Punk is a legendary creature, spider human hero. The riot thing, I thought was a really good hint.
Oh,
so I went with that
one. I get it. Okay.
Yep. There it is.
Cute.
So somewhere deep in your mohawk wearing subconscious, Simo, you knew a riot when you saw one. All right. Wow, we've reached the last 2. Yep, and you have 2 lifelines. So you can use them and probably should use them here. Of course, you are allowed to use multiple lifelines on one if you feel stuck. And I'm just going to remind you one more time as I show you these cards. These are all real cards in the dang set.
The fact that you're prefacing this, I am not looking forward to this, but okay. What the fuck is this? Tarantusk, Unwisely Awoken, 1 and a green for a 2/2 Spider Boar. Okay, when it enters, create a food. I know what that is. Other spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizards, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves you control get a +1/+1. You know what you should do, actually? You should do this type of video with one of your other colleagues and tell them if they can name every type that this card boosts with its like anthem effect, then they get like $1,000 or something like that, because there's no shot.
Maybe if I get Amy on here, that would be a good test for Amy. Because if there's somebody who I think
There's
could get it,
18
it's
types. There's 18 types. Oh my God. Here's a question. So since this is a spider boar, does it get a buff twice because it's both?
It does say other, unfortunately.
Oh, other. Oh, so it doesn't count. Okay, well, let's say there's another one of these on the board.
Board? Ha!
Yeah, ha.
Yeah, so they're legendary, but if you were to somehow make a non-legendary copy, it would give a bonus once.
Okay, so it's only
I
once.
believe.
Yeah, I was gonna say details. I'm just curious for, argument's sake. Okay, all right. Hilarious card, by the way. All right, what were the names?
Is this A, Spider Rex, Daring Dino, B, Spider Ham, Peter Porker, C, Spiders...
Stop. Please repeat that one.
B, Spider Ham, Peter Porker.
Go on.
C, Spider's Man, Heroic Horde, or D, Spider-Man Noir.
I hate that I think it's the fucking Spider Ham Peter Porker because it's a spider and it's a boar.
Why do you hate this?
I'm polling the audience. Spider Ham Peter Porker, locking it in.
Okay, and an audience poll means right now you, the audience, have to go down to the comments and leave what you believe, and not something you looked up whatsoever, the correct answer. Is it A, B, C, or D? And if the majority of you pick the correct one, then even if Simo is wrong on this question, Simo will win this question and get the CG bucks. I still almost say it. Damn it. So go into the comments right now and leave a question. Say what you think Taranusk Unwisely Awoken is, and leave A, B, C, or D.
So am I not going to get to know?
You do get to know. Get to know. But I mean, for the audience participation, do you know what you already said what you believe you're going to leave as the answer? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a spider boar. Like, it has to be.
Okay, so are you locking this in?
I'm locking it in.
B, Spider Ham Peter Porker. Show me Spider Ham Peter Porker. Please,
if there's any justice in this world.
You got it.
Yes! Woo! Oh my god. I do not envy whose job it was at Wizards to make all these alternatives for these cards, because oh my god.
I will give them credit. Whoever that was, they probably had nothing to do with the licensing decisions, and they came to work and they kind of did it. They kind of did it. There's a lot of pretty interesting names, and characters from different planes of Magic the Gathering. This is a multi-planar set, so it touches on a lot of different planes. I'm not sure exactly where. I thought this would be like a Bloomborough card, Turan Tusk, and they do what they can. So, my God, Spider Ham. I can't believe this card. All right. Last one. You have a chance to finish with 800 CG bucks or nothing at all. So here we go. And I believe this might be one of the tougher ones. So I wish you the best of luck. Here is your card. And yes, you do still have one more 50-50 lifeline. MacD
and Itla Sky Snarers. 1 and a hybrid white-blue mana for a 2/2 with flying and artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter tapped. That's annoying. You must love this card. Okay.
I love this card.
I bet you do. All right. What do we got?
So we call this the girls get it done question. Is it A, Spider Woman, Stunning Savior? B, Spider Girl, Legacy Hero? C, Arachne, Psionic Weaver? Or D, Arana, Heart of the Spider?
All right, I'm just immediately shotgunning this 50-50 because I'm not going to think about this. You better randomize this shit. No, you get to pick.
You didn't give me any hints, so right now.
That was intentional. That's why I'm shotgunning this before I open my big mouth.
All right. Let me enter some stuff here on the Googles.
Let me know when you're ready to 50-50. Because I'm going to think about what I'm going to pick before you do
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
I'm using
okay, all right.
a web tool, Google Random. I'm almost done, I think. Something happened wrong. It didn't work.
Buddy, it's not hard to use a random number generator.
Apparently it is. It rejected it completely. Something happened. Enable cookie. Where's the cookie enable?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do you need me to do it?
No. Okay. Just a minute. Let's see.
Professional, by the way.
I had a plan and it didn't work. Sometimes this happens. You got to tolerate, and you get more time to think and contemplate. So you know.
But see, that's a bad thing. The last three I've like shotgun and I've got them right. So I think thinking's the problem.
Got it. All right, we have our answer.
Okay.
Let me get them set up for you. All right, the results of the 50-50 from the powers of a random.org site. A, Spider-Woman Stunning Savior, and C, Arachne Psionic Weaver.
Okay.
Does this card feel stunning?
Well, they both have spider-like references in the name, and obviously because it's the Spider-Man set.
Does this card feel psionic?
Interestingly enough, I feel like the psionic part, I feel like it wouldn't be these colors if it maybe it would be blue. I don't feel like it'd be white. Like psionic feels more like a black characteristic to me.
Interesting.
My gut was actually like, so when I picked before you 50-50'd, I was actually thinking it was A.
Just a gut reaction.
That was just looking at it for whatever reason. That was like what I went to.
Will you go with your gut when all the marbles are on the line? Do you trust your gut, Simo?
Psionic Weaver also sounds like kind of villainous, where this is supposed to be a hero and Spider-Woman is, you know, a hero, presumably. So that's like the other thing. I'm going to go with my gut. All the marbles. A, final answer.
Show us Spider-Woman, stunning savior for all the marbles. Boom.
You guys! Yes! Yes! Oh, I was so nervous. Oh my god. What's Arachne, out of curiosity? I just kind of want to see.
Oh my god. Yeah, if there were any other cards you did want to see, like Bagel or whatever, I would gladly show them to you, because my god, this is some stupid stuff, and maybe Libby put some of that on screen because it's funny. Arachne is
it was white.
Also a hero.
Oh, also a hero too. Okay. All right. So that was actually very close.
And mono white, this one, I actually did think the way that it broke, which was really, I did pick randomly from those three. I thought the way that it broke, that the Stunning Savior tag was definitely a better lead than Psionic Weaver. I agree with you. That sounds blue-black to me. I actually agree with that completely.
My other like backup was actually D. It was Arana, and my thinking was that like spiders shoot webs. And then it's like, okay, if they shoot the web, they kind of like tap stuff down for a turn. So I don't know why, for whatever reason, that was like where my head went to with Arana. But yeah, for whatever reason, Spider-Woman was just like my first go-to, just looking at those four. It just felt like it made the most sense. But
just felt it in your gut, Good job.
We just gut checked, and apparently it worked for half of these. So
after like half a video of pain, the last 4, you made your little run.
But see, it's a roller coaster, right? Because people are going to just like click off the video right before the run starts, and they're going to miss all the good parts. You know,
they would never do that. That's not how people act. My graph just starts at 100 and it's a straight line.
Oh, is that how it works?
That's my YouTube analytics.
I like how
100%.
only people who actually understand YouTube analytics will actually get what you mean by that. So that's great.
It's just a straight horizontal line, 100% started, 100% finished.
I believe it. You know, in the comments, let us know if you stayed for the 100% of the time, because I think we'd like to know.
Just one more card on your way out here at the end.
Oh, is this just, oh, thanks. Appreciate it. You know, I love bagels and schmear. I just can't believe they actually made a fucking magic card for it. That's incredible.
Yep. That's it.
I guess I made a hot dog card too. So you know what? I mean,
yeah, we've got that. We've got all that in our Magic the Gathering. Guys, if you are thinking about joining us here in Magic the Gathering, it's a great time. We have all kinds of things we've never had before, like New York City, but legally non-distinct.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't just make this a food token. I guess maybe they need more cards to put in the set.
They did do that.